Op 1 oktober 2017 organiseert de Catalaanse regering een onafhankelijkheidsreferendum. Beelden van geweld tijdens de stembusgang gaan de wereld rond. De Catalaanse regering roept op 27 oktober eenzijdig de onafhankelijkheid uit. De nationale Spaanse regering in Madrid activeert artikel 155 en neemt de politieke controle in Catalonië over. Toenmalig minister-president van Catalonië, Carles Puigdemont, vlucht naar ons land. Bijna 3,5 jaar later is hij hier nog steeds. We spreken hem in Waterloo, in zijn huis van de Catalaanse Republiek.
What do you regret most from the past 3 years and 3 months?
Yeah, I regret the 10th of October when I decided to suspend the Declaration of Independence in order to allow a window of opportunity to dialogue, as the Spanish cabinet says at that moment. They say, okay, we understand the message, so let's talk, it's a moment to dialogue. Okay, I decide to allow that possibility, and that was a lie. That was a serious lie. Madrid, after 3 years or 3 months of repression, has never put on the table one single proposal in order to solve that conflict. It's only rhetorics, nothing concrete, nothing.
Not even with this government?
Even with this government, they changed the vocabulary. The only difference between the cabinet from Mariano Rajoy and the current cabinet of Pedro Sánchez is the vocabulary. The only difference, but the agenda is the same.
Some of your critics do say that this rhetoric that you make, Madrid is bad, Barcelona is good, that may be also part of the problem, that you also keep that fire burning of that rhetoric.
No, but I prefer to go to the facts. There is any proposal from Madrid that Catalonia has refused? No. So the problem, where is exactly the problem? The problem is in the Catalan side who doesn't agree with the negotiation process or who has refused a proposal. No, the only refuse comes from the Spanish side. I'm sorry, but this is the fact.
Would you want a new referendum?
If that is the best way, that is the priority of the Catalan people. If Spain and Catalonia agrees on organizing a referendum, that is the best option for me.
In 2019 raakte Puigdemont verkozen als Europarlementslid. Vandaag stemt het Europees Parlement of hij en 2 andere Catalaanse politici hun parlementaire immuniteit verliezen. Dan kan in principe hun Europees aanhoudingsbevel opnieuw geactiveerd worden.
Chances are very low for you.
Yes, we know that. That is the reality. But let me be clear in this. It's not the last step. Because immediately we will go until the European Court of Justice denouncing, which is a clear violation of the European rules, the European parliamentary rules, because it's a clear case of political persecution. But in the reality that the Spanish authorities want is exactly this, is to put us in prison before the trial. That is the question. Because if they succeed to put us in prison, that means directly we lost our mandatory as MAPs, and that is very serious. We must fight, and we must use any kind of political power, big or small, to continue fighting.
Aren't you ever tired of that fight?
Never, because...
Is that something you say because you have to say it or because you really believe it?
Yes, as a Catalan, we learn very early in my life. We must to fight if we want to be respected as a nation. My language.
But there is distance from your family right now.
Yes, you are right. But I try to not confusing my personal feelings in my political battle, my political commitments. Yes. I'm not happy to be far from my family. My father dies when I was here, but I insist, we must to fight independently of our personal situation. The reasons for crying exist every day, But crying, you will never win a single battle.
Op 14 februari waren er verkiezingen in Catalonië. De partijen voor onafhankelijkheid haalden een meerderheid in zetels en in stemmenaantal. Maar de machtsverhoudingen tussen die partijen zijn veranderd. De partij van Puigdemont is niet langer de grootste. De vraag is ook hoe groot de onafhankelijkheidsgedachte nog is tijdens een gezondheidscrisis. Want de opkomst lag zo'n 22% lager dan in december 2017.
Hasn't that made you lost momentum with the independence idea?
No, because one of the lessons we teach from that crisis is because we are part of Spain, and Spain is one of the worst countries in Europe to manage that crisis, we suffer the consequences for not to be independent. So that means if we were independent, we have our resources, our tools in our hands, probably, I'm sure, the situation was absolutely different.
Looking back at the elections, you might lose your immunity. Aren't you afraid this is going to be your literal and figurative speech, your Waterloo?
No, and there is a lot of steps, and you will use it. I prefer to refer I talk only from the Wellington point of view, not from the Napoleon's one.